Hi, welcome to Wits Connect. In this session, we will discuss about IGBT. The full form of IGBT is insulated gate bipolar transistor. It is a three-terminal device. IGBT combines the advantages of both BJT and MOSFET. In BJT, we have three terminals: emitter, base, collector. In MOSFET also we have three terminals: gate, source, drain. But IGBT is the combination of BJT and MOSFET. Hence, the terminals in IGBT are collector, gate, emitter. IGBT is a three terminal device. It combines the advantages of both a BJT and MOSFET. Okay. IGBT mainly used to control the electrical energy. Prior to the advent of IGBT, we used power BJT and power MOSFET in low to medium power applications where speed of gate turn off thyristors was not adequate. Power BJTs have good on-state characteristics but have long switching times, especially at turn-off. Thus, BJTs are current control devices with small current gain because of high level injects effects and wide base width capability. Therefore, BJTs require complex base drive circuits to provide the base current during on state, which increase the power loss in control electrode. So to get more efficiency, to get good performance characteristics, power losses should be low. Whereas in MOSFET is a voltage control device. They require very small current during switching period and hence have less simple gate requirements. Okay, BJT complex gate drive circuit required, and MOSFET simple gate drive circuits are required. In BJT, we have low on-state resistance, but power loss will be high. Okay, in MOSFET is a measured carry device because current flow is possible only due to the majority carriers only. In BJT, current flow is possible due to both magnetic carriers and magnetic carriers, and holes and electrons. That's why it is named as a bipolar junction transistor. Okay. In order to improve the device performance, it is advantageous to have the combined characteristics of BJT and MOSFET, that is low on-state resistance like power BJTs and insulated gate input like power MOSFET. So Darlington configuration of these two devices used, that is the IGBT. IGBT is most likely Darlington pair. Hence, it is named as insulated gate bipolar transistor because we have simple gate drive circuit like MOSFET and low on-state resistance like BJT. It combines the device combines the advantages of BJT and MOSFET. Hence, it is named as IGBT, insulated gate bipolar transistor. IGBTs are replacing MOSFETs in high voltage applications with lower conduction losses. Only the drawback is turn off time is low. Except this, remaining in all aspects, IGBTs are more advantageous than the BJTs and MOSFET. IGBT have considerably less silicon area than similar rated power MOSFETs. So, in IGBTs, overall efficiency is increases and cost is reduced when compared to the MOSFET. This is the symbol of IGBT. So, if you observe the structure of IGBT, it is similar to the MOSFET except one layer, that is injection layer, okay, which is P plus, unlike N plus substrate in P MOSFET. Okay, P plus unlike N plus in P MOSFET. So the injection layer is the key layer to the superior characteristics of IGBT. So here we have two junctions J1, J2. By observing carefully N channel MOSFET and two BJTs we have in the structure of IGBT. Okay. Basically, two types of channels, P channel and N channel. N channel are more commonly used than the P channel. So this is the Darlington configuration of BJT and MOSFET. If you observe, this is the MOSFET and this is the BJT. The integration of BJT and MOSFET is known as IGBT. IGBT is the most likely pair of Darlington. Okay. So output of NPN transistor is connected to input of PNP MOSFET. This is the MOSFET of type P. This is the NPN transistor BJT. The output of NPN transistor is connected to the input of PNP transistor. Terminals are emitter, collector, gate. So this is the MOSFET, that's why gate terminal is provided here, and remaining is this is the BJT. We have two terminals, emitter and collector. Okay, this is the physical structure of IGBT. We have MOSFET here, and this is the NPN transistor, and this is the PNP transistor. So here we have two transistor. It's similar to the two transistor analysis of SCR. We have two transistors. Let one is Q1 and another is Q2. So in one transistor, let the transistor Q1 has P plus N minus and P minus. P plus N minus and P, one transistor, and another is N minus P N plus. N minus P N plus is one transistor. Okay, P plus N minus P is one transistor. One is PNP, another is NPN transistor. In NPN transistor, we have N minus P N plus. This is the NPN transistor. So layers are N minus P N plus. In PNP transistor, P plus N, sorry, N minus N minus P N plus. This is the PNP transistor. So here we have two resistances, drift resistance and body spreading resistance. So drift resistance is nothing but drain resistance offered by the drift region, and body resistance RB is offered by the body region. Similar to two transistor model of SCR, collector of transistor 1 is same as a base of Q2. Collector of transistor 1 is same as base of Q2, and similarly collector of transistor 2 is same as, sorry, collector of transistor 2 is same as base of Q1. So one transistor collector is connected to the base of another transistor. So similar to the two transistor analysis of SCR, which is already we discussed. Okay. In N channel IGBT turns on when collector is at a positive potential with respect to the emitter and gate, and also, and when collector terminal is positive potential, that doesn't mean to turn on position, and also at sufficient positive potential, that is known as threshold voltage. When the gate emitter value exceeds the threshold voltage, then N channel IGBT gets into the on position. This condition leads to formation of an inversion layer just below the gate that leads to a channel formation, and current starts begins flow from collector to emitter. So when collector current exceeds a certain value, that is threshold value, then latching up of SCA IGBT is observed. So latching up is the drawback of IGBT. So during latching up, when it is occurs, it is similar to the two transistor of SCR. So two transistors back to back connection is nothing but parasitic thyristor. In parasitic thyristor, when latched up is occurred, gate terminal loses its control over collector current, and IGBT is failed to turn off. Even gate potential is reduced below the threshold value. When the gate potential exceeds the threshold value, it's triggered into the on position. Okay, so actual gate losses control when parasitic thyristor gets latched up, and collector current falls below the threshold value. గేట్ పొటెన్షియల్ కూడా తగ్గినప్పుడు థైరిస్టర్ IGBT fails to turn into the off position. For turning off, we need some external devices like forced commutation is similar to thyristor. So we will discuss about commutation circuits of thyristor later on. For turning off of IGBT, we need typical commutation circuit. If the device is not turned into the off position as soon as possible, it may get damaged. So to protect the IGBT from damaging condition, we need some additional components to turn off the IGBT, that is known as forced commutation. IGBTs based on constructions, they are classified into two types: punch through IGBT, non punch through IGBT. If the IGBT has n plus buffer layer, then it is known as punch through IGBT. If the IGBT is without n plus buffer layer, then it is known as non punch through IGBT. So punch through IGBTs have asymmetrical blocking capabilities, whereas non punch through have symmetrical voltage blocking capability. Punch through IGBTs have faster turn off times. That's why they are preferred to use in inverter and chopper circuits. Non-punch through IGBTs are used in rectifier type applications. So faster switching due to high gain and reduced magnetic carrier lifetime in punch through, whereas non-punch through has switching speed is less. Okay, this is the equivalent circuit of IGBT. This is the exact equivalent circuit. In exact equivalent circuit, we have drain resistance that is offered by the drift region, and one more resistance by the body region, and terminals collector, emitter, gate. This is the MOSFET and this is the BJT. In BJT we have two transistors because IGBT is a PNPN structure similar to thyristor, parasitic thyristor. So one is NPN transistor, another is PNP transistor. Okay, in approximate equivalent circuit, the resistance, if you observe carefully, the body resistance offered by the body region is omitted in the approximate equivalent circuit. We have MOSFET gate, collector, emitter, and one BJT with the drift region resistance only. Drift region or drain resistance that is offered by the drift region. If you observe that in physical structure or construction point of view, this is the body region belongs to NPN transistor, and PNP region injecting layer, buffer layer. Okay, so this is the Darlington combination MOSFET and a BJT, that is known as IGBT. In Darlington pair, output of NPN transistor of BJT is connected to input of PNP of MOSFET. Okay, so these are the VA characteristics of SCR. VA characteristics and transfer characteristics observe carefully. So VA characteristics similar to BJT and transfer characteristics similar to MOSFET. Okay, and if you observe VA characteristics, when collected to emitter VCE is positive, then J1 blocks the voltage. If VCE is negative, junction J2 blocks the voltage. Transfer characteristics are similar to MOSFET, and input characteristics or VA characteristics are similar to BJT. IGBT is the combination of BJT and MOSFET కాబట్టి VA characteristics similar to BJT and transfer characteristics are similar to MOSFET. Next, what are the advantages of IGBT? So IGBT has lower gate drive requirements, low switching losses, snubber circuit requirements is small for forced combination of protection purpose, and high input impedance similar to MOSFET, and IGBT is also a voltage control device similar to the MOSFET. Temperature quotient of on-state resistance is positive and less than P MOSFET, hence less on-state voltage drop and power loss. So remaining properties similar to BJT, enhanced conduction and safe operating area. So operating area is very safe rather than the BJT and MOSFET. So advantage is cost effective, latching up problem. So during latching up problem, gate losses its control. So IGBT may not be turned into the off position, that may leads to damage the IGBT. That is the major drawback in IGBT. And turn off time is high when compared to P MOSFET. These can be triggered into on position quickly, but during turn off time they have large turn off time, that is the drawback. Okay, next topic is DAC, we'll discuss in the next